I've been waiting here for you for a lifetime. I've been waiting here for you all my life and a lifetime. Isn't that long? Now that I see you, everything's changed. Well, I've been waiting here for you for a lifetime. Well, I've been waiting here for you all my life and a lifetime. Isn't that long? Well, I've been waiting.
Welcome to Oklahoma Dream Weddings, presented by Jam Flowers and Jam Events and Production. On today's show, we'll be joining guest host Sheradee Hurst as she visits with Alexis Rosino from Jam Events and Productions. And then Hillary Minnick will share her Oklahoma Dream Wedding with us. Jam Flowers can take care of your wedding and all your floral needs. Beautiful floral designs for whatever you need, right next door to Jam Events and Production. They even offer a do-it-yourself option, and Jam Flowers can make sure that you are covered. Check them out at jamflowers.com. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. Jam Events and Productions is Oklahoma's premier event company, offering rentals, lighting, furniture and decor, catering, photo booths, the traditional and the new slow motion, DJ, videography, and lighted dance floors. Jam Events and Productions, Oklahoma's only one-stop event company.
I'm Sheradee Hurst, and I'm here at Jam Events. Joining me this afternoon is Alexis Rosino. Alexis, I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm learning so much as I walk in the door about what all you have here. Jam Events is huge in terms of events. Tell us some of the services you all have.
It is. We're really a one-stop shop. As long as you provide the venue, we really have everything else. We do tons of catering. We provide photo booths is a big hit of ours. We also have Oklahoma's only slow motion photo booth, which kind of creates a slow motion video montage as opposed to just having a strip of photos. It's really fun. We provide the props, we provide everything. You can throw glitter in the air and slowly watch it come down. It's a lot of fun. We have all the rentals and the linens you see behind you. We're about to go into the showroom where I'll show you a lot more. We have light up dance floors, we have photographers, videography. Everything you really need is all right here, and it's a one-stop shop. You don't have to go anywhere else.
That's a really cool part about it, because when you think of event rentals, I mean, automatically what pops into my mind are place settings, tablecloths, linens, those things. But I mean, I never would have imagined the slow-mo video and some of the cool things, which you're going to get in there with me, right? We get to do a slow-mo video.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we'll do that in a little bit too. But there are so many advantages to having it all in one place. Some things that I hadn't thought about either, so we can save brides some money too. So I'd love for you to take me in there and show me some of this fun stuff and how we can show them a little bit, save a little bit of money.
Perfect.
Well, Alexis, thanks so much for inviting us into the showroom. Lots of cool stuff to see in here with Jam Events. I think one of the things that first pops to mind, of course, is tabletops, place settings. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do with that here.
We do a little bit of everything. You kind of saw our linen setup that we have outside in that entrance of our showroom. We've got every color, every texture that you could really possibly need. And if we don't have it in-house, we can absolutely order it for you. And get you really anything you want. You can mix and match, because some of our brides like to do have their own special setup, or have their cake stand have a special cloth that separates it, makes it different from the others, or even keep their family and friends separate, that kind of thing. Whether you want a uniform, you want to mix and match, we've really got everything you need here. And you can see this is just one example of what we do offer. If we want something a little bit more tasteful, a little more understated, the white and the gold keep everything kind of neutral here.
And gold, it's in all of the bridal magazines right now. That's a huge thing. And also, of course, the textures you were mentioning, that's a huge thing right now too. Some other ways that I'd like to talk about, let's head over here, that you can spice things up a bit, if you will, beyond the textures and the colors, but the lighting. I mean, because I'm a wedding photographer, that's huge to me. Tell us a little bit about the lighting setup that we have here and what a difference it makes in a room.
Oh, absolutely. This is really one of our favorites. Is just this small little light makes a world of difference whenever you're cutting. It's just a spotlight. We like to call our cake spotlighting because that's more specifically what we use it for. Without it, you really can't get to appreciate this kind of texture that you'll see like within the cake and get all those extra pictures that we really want, and you can really appreciate what that moment's worth. Our up lighting is also a really big hit. It changes really everything. We've got our black pipe and drape here right now, and if it's white, if you don't want a white wall or you don't want a metal wall even, we've got blue set up here, but we can really do any color you want, and it changes the whole look and feel of the ribbon in the moment.
Right. Because right now we're just in regular fluorescent lighting, actually, and it looks totally different just in this area. So the difference that this one little spotlight on the cake makes is huge from a photography standpoint. It makes a nice boost in pictures too. And you mentioned the uplighting. So for folks that don't know, that uplighting, the blue back here, that you can do in the different colors as you mentioned with the pipe and drape, and it takes any room to a totally different level from photography, videography, and really just the ambiance of the room. Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Hillary Minnick, now Cantrell, and this is my mother, Teresa Minnick, and we are here to talk about my Oklahoma dream wedding. I think a big part of what started our wedding idea was actually the date played a large part in it. The first thing we did was try to find a venue, and we walked into a venue called Festivities and just fell in love. My family and among my friends is sort of known for throwing a New Year's Eve party with my friends every year. So it was just perfect that we throw a New Year's Eve wedding. I really want this lush green atmosphere at my wedding, but I also want it to be a New Year's Eve party style wedding. And so what we ended up doing was a compromise. I had my actual ceremony at Good News Church in Yukon, and we did big trees and a big lush green feeling. And then at the reception, we threw a big New Year's Eve party, everything gold and black. And it was really fun. I think separating my venue was really interesting. I haven't been to too many weddings where they do it in two venues, but I think it really helped change the atmosphere. Our ceremony was just so intimate. We dimmed the lights and we had lights going up trees, so it made shadowy effect, and there was a lot of moss and logs and things like that. And I think that really created a very intimate setting with our guests. And Good News Church was my home church, so it was really special to me to be married in a place where I had grown up in. And little known fact about it, a couple years before, my family owns a company that sells stone and soil, many materials. And a couple years before the wedding, the pastor of the church had redone everything behind the stadium, behind the podium. And it was all our rock behind it, which sounds silly if you don't have a family business and kind of understand, but it was really cool for me to get married. And in the back of all my pictures, there's this great testament to my family's legacy of the Minnick Materials rock.
Yeah, that was very, very neat.
I think having the two different venues really helped it to be like, okay, we'd like you to be quiet and listen and just really connect with us heart to heart at the wedding, and then let's just go celebrate this great union that we've created. And I think that was really, really one of the best decisions we made. I mean, my dad, he's a real big he-man, and he went out in the forest and chopped down trees, and he literally went out and we picked out vines from the forest and kind of twisted them around a base, and it's created in this beautiful arch that just looks super organic and super, it was just such a great testament to the love of my father. We had a bunch of stumps. We actually found one that's heart-shaped. And so my incredible day of wedding planners with Unveiled, they came in and they saw the heart shape and they're like, can we get a brand on that? You have to have your letters on that. So the day of the wedding, my dad goes out and buys the equipment to brand L and H into the heart, which Levi is my husband's name. And so we have it in our house forever, this stump shaped like a heart with our initials on it, made by my dad for our wedding, on our wedding day. So it was awesome.
Yeah.
But my dress ended up being a beautiful mermaid lace gown. It was not at all what I thought I wanted. I was convinced I wanted sleeves and really like old-timey antique looking, but I tried on this dress and the consultant gave me a bouquet and kind of just said, imagine your husband coming down the aisle, or I guess he was my fiance at the time, or you coming down the aisle towards him, and just, is this the dress that you would be in that image? And I was like, it is. And I love my dress. It made me feel like a beautiful princess. We actually did all of our photography and things at the venue, went to the church to get married, and then returned to the venue. And at festivities, there's a beautiful back porch, and then it leads out into a garden. And so Levi was waiting in the garden for me to come out in my dress, and he hadn't seen me all day. And I was super nervous. There were 2 moments all day that I was nervous. It was that moment and on the way to the church. And when we walk out, and as I'm walking past this big window in festivities, they have these huge, beautiful windows. The entire bridal party and my parents are all pressed up against the window, looking to see our first moment. And it was just the sweetest moment, because we have it on the video. We don't have pictures of it or anything, but we have this moment on the video where you can see me walking to Levi to really do our first look, and then my whole family's in the background in the window trying to sneak a peek at this special moment between the 2 of us.
Oh, it's been great.
You're the most beautiful thing ever.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so lucky to marry this wonderful woman.
Oh, thank you. The most handsome man in the world,
Oh,
clearly.
thank you.
And I really would suggest it, as I wanted to be really traditional in some aspects. And I'm glad I changed my mind on that, because we had this beautiful moment where we got to connect without anyone except for our videographer and our photographer there to really see it. And we got to tell each other how wonderful we looked. We got to tell each other how much we love each other. And I will say that having Levi with me changed my whole aspect of the day. If you don't do a first look, you spend the whole day just anticipating this moment of when you get to be with the person you love, but I got to spend my entire wedding day with the person that I love.
Stay tuned for more Oklahoma Dream Weddings. Moliere Bridal. What kind of bride are you? Traditional, understated, outgoing, modern, sophisticated, or simply uncategorizable? Moliere Bridal, a beautiful bridal boutique located in the heart of Oklahoma City, has a breathtaking collection of wedding dresses. These designer gowns will help you express the kind of bride that you want to be on your special day. We invite you for a memorable shopping experience. Relax, enjoy, and have fun. Moliere Bridal.
We are a 3rd generation real estate team. We come from very long lineage of 47 years in real estate. I'm Lisa Williams with the Lisa Williams Group. We're associated with Keller Williams. We are a 3rd generation real estate team. We've been doing business in the Oklahoma City area for 48 years. We excel with first-time buyers finding their dream home. Call us today to help you. We would love to help you find your home.
One other thing I want to talk about, which I think is your little hidden treasure at Jam Events. These are gorgeous plates, but you've got actually some fantastic food we can fill these plates with too, right?
Absolutely, we definitely do. That's something that most people don't know, is that we do offer a ton of catering and all different kinds. We do most weddings, but we also do it for corporate events and things like that. Sometimes people just want to have some pizza and wings for a football Sunday.
Right.
Our brides normally don't want that.
Right.
But we we send our brides to get the proper cakes, and we also offer anything from Mexican to Italian, classic American, anywhere from appetizers, desserts, and anything in between. Whatever you need, we really do it all, just whatever that bride
That's
very
fantastic.
prefers.
To
Yeah,
have all
you
of
can
that
come
in
in here.
spot. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Come in here and have a tasting anytime. we'll make it exactly how you want and make sure that it's perfect.
Yes. And what I'm seeing too is a great variety for the different styles that a bride might have. I mean, we've seen some of the gold, and this is a little bit more of an elegant look. Of course, one of the things that has been big recently with brides is the vintage look. So you all also have some things to supply that too.
We do. Vintage is huge right now. It really took over around this last summer. It's been gigantic. And so you see, we just have like our favorite books here setting up on our tables and our crystal. Exactly.
I mean, don't you remember drinking out of these when you were like a little kid? Maybe not. I remember drinking out of these when I was a little kid. But like, this is legitimate, vintage glassware that you have.
Absolutely.
Which I think is surprising, because I think when you think of an event company, you don't necessarily think that it would be this specialized too.
Absolutely. We have brides come in. Pinterest is so huge and taking everything over right now. We get tons of brides coming in with Pinterest and their pins and our dream wedding boards. And we really haven't come across a time where we haven't been able to make that happen.
It's gorgeous. And one other thing, speaking of making things happen and individualized, let's look at this next table here too, because of course, this is a farm table, and of course this is huge for Oklahoma. I mean, we have a lot of brides that are interested in that type of stuff, and you glammed it up a little bit too with the sparkle and the chairs too. So it really is, you can get a very individual look from coming here, and you all really cater to their style. That's what I love.
That's exactly right. Thank you so much. That's it. We just took it. We found a wooden table and had it cleaned up for us. But some people don't want that. Some people do want to wear boots with their cowboy dresses, or cowboy boots with their dresses. Excuse me. And that just makes it more special,
Yeah.
because you can do that and have that kind of rough feeling in a barn wedding, but it's your special day. It's glamorous, and you want to keep that glamour in it. It's just really fun to make every bride is different, and to keep it with them.
Yeah, there's a lot of diversity in the looks. I love
Absolutely.
that. And one thing, while we're talking about this table and chairs, one thing that I think is really neat is that when you do use Jam Events for all of these services, you are saving money in some regards, because if you were to hire a different company to do everything, to do the tables and chairs, to do place settings, to do the catering, then you're looking at labor costs with each company. If you hire one company, it actually saves them money.
Oh, tons of money, hundreds if not thousands of dollars. A lot of vendors can be really expensive, and they all have competitive prices, and we really eliminate all of that worry and all of that stress. It gets stressful to plan weddings. It gets stressful whenever, especially when money comes into it, even if your family is helping you, and especially when they're not. It just gets expensive. But here it doesn't have to be expensive when you eliminate
that's
everything.
amazing, because then it's just one labor cost from one company that truly can save a lot of money, brides. So something to think about too.
Absolutely.
Now, this all is beautiful, but I think we need to have a little fun. Okay, let's talk about this slow-mo video booth. Tell me about that.
We are the only people in Oklahoma that has a slow-mo video booth. And what it is, it's kind of exactly what it sounds like, but instead of taking a strip of pictures like what you typically think of, it's a slow-mo montage. So you get a disc at the end of all your friends and family coming in. You all stop in, you have about a minute, and there's somebody to help you. We've got props, we've got everything you need. All you have to do is put on whatever you want, play with whatever you want, throw some glitter in the air, play with the fan, whatever it is. It's a fun time. It's just great. It creates a lot of laughs. It's usually a really funny situation.
Oh, I'm sure.
And at the end of the night, then you get to take your little disc home with you and see what everybody did at the end of the night. And it's a lot more fun. It's a lot more interactive than just putting something up on your bulletin board. You have a video of your friends and family playing and really enjoying your night.
I think it's great. I'm challenging you. Let's go. We're going to go hop in the video booth now. All right? We'll
Absolutely.
see you guys in a little bit.
I wanted to be special was my cake. I had seen about a year before what's called a naked cake, and I actually called a few people to try to get a naked cake, and no one had done one before. And I ended up getting the ladies at Sweet Cherry Bakery to do a naked cake for us. But my sister is kind of an artist. She's 13 and she's always been able to do really cool things with different mediums. And I'm obsessed with gnomes, which is kind of a weird thing, but I collect gnomes. And my sister made me these wedding cake toppers that were a bride and groom gnome. And it was perfect because I had looked everywhere to try to buy them, and they were kind of expensive, and I wasn't really sure I wanted that in my wedding. And then I came home, and she had made them 100 times better than the ones I saw on the internet, and I've been thinking about buying. And it was just, there were so many sweet touches of other people at my wedding. I would say our reception was just so fun, but I think a lot of that was our DJ in the shadow production was really, instead of just playing music, we had games, we had fun things, and it was really special. One of the big things was the newlywed game, which when people were telling me about it, I was like, I don't know that I want to do that. I'm like outgoing and things, but sometimes I don't like to be the center of attention for too long. And I was like, okay, but...
Get ready. Which one is always late? Who's going to have control of the checkbook? Who's going to wear the pants in the family? The real question of power, who's going to have control of the remote? Which one always gets their way? Who's going to be taking out the
I remember
garbage?
beating it with my shoe. But it was such a fun time, and people still remind me of that.
Right.
Of like, we loved watching the game, and how it really brought the crowd into it. As we've mentioned, my dad is a big part of my life, and for our daddy-daughter dance, we did a voiceover where I pre-recorded something to say to my dad, and then we played it during the daddy-daughter dance, and it was just such a sweet moment to be that epitome of daddy-daughter love, and then you have this message to your dad playing in the background. It was just perfect, and I know a lot of tears were in people's eyes, which was really sweet.
Hey Daddy, this is your oldest little girl. I just want to take this moment to thank you for everything that you've done for me. You're an incredible dad who does everything for his family. I'm so grateful for all the time and love that you've put into my life. Thank you for always making time to do silly stuff with us and raising each of us girls to be strong, independent, and loud. I love you so much and will always be your little girl. Love you, Daddy.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I've seen blue.
I think those were all really fun things, and it really, having a good DJ really did a schedule almost to the reception. Instead of letting it be like, okay, what do we do now? There was somebody to help with the flow of things and kind of bring up the events that if you don't think about it and you don't have a planner or a DJ, you may have no one to say, okay, let's cut the cake, or okay, let's do the daddy-daughter dance. And so it was really great to have somebody kind of help with the flow of it. And another thing that was really special to us was the slideshow. I had just kind of thrown some pictures together, and my husband had gotten some too. And in the beginning of the reception, we got to sit down and watch pictures of us go by to music that my husband had picked out. And throughout the planning process, he wasn't incredibly involved. This was really my baby. But music is his big thing. So he picked out some songs that I was like, okay. And when they played during the slideshow or throughout the night and times maybe when we weren't dancing, it was so special to him. And still to this day, we'll be driving and a song I don't recognize in any way will come on, and he'll be like, man, it was so awesome that this song was at our wedding. I'm Hillary Cantrell. Thank you so much for letting me share my Oklahoma dream wedding.
So some other really cool things that can add a little fun to the party when you've got jam events at your wedding or your event. some lighting and some cool pieces that you can just strategically place around the room that add such a neat environment. Tell us about this here, Alexis.
Exactly. This is just one of our chandeliers that we have to offer. This is actually one of our smaller ones. We have a great big giant one that we like to do for like our Gatsby themed parties. We have Gatsby weddings, that kind of thing. We do a lot of crystal. We do have a gold one. Like our Gatsby one is gold and it's really great. The crystal just adds that touch of glamour, whether you're at a table like this, and this is full-on glam. I think this is beautiful, it's elegant, but if you want to add it like how you saw in our vintage setup, that, you know, that rustic wood with a touch of crystal really turns it into a glamorous effect, and it really changes the whole room. Because sometimes wedding venues, sometimes they give you that option to make everything your own. They don't give you giant chandeliers because not everybody wants that. But if you do, we have it. We have as many as you want in any kind of style you prefer.
Well, and these are also very cool for the photography too. I can't help it. I'm a wedding photographer. But I mean, this is great too, to have these to do with some of the bride and groom, some of the photos with them together too. So not only is it a nice decoration, but it's also a very cool photo op too.
Absolutely.
And now I understand we're going to go check out some furniture and maybe even sit on a couch.
We might do it.
Well, we'll do that for sure. But that was maybe even at a Kevin Durant party. Is this correct?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we do tons of weddings. That's our big thing. That's what we have a lot of fun with. But we do a lot of corporate events and things like that. We did a nonprofit. Kevin Durant was honoring Wanda Pratt, his mother, with the real MVP award during New Year's Eve.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
It was so much fun. And he wanted, you know, we weren't going for that ultra glamorous vibe. We were going for kind of more of a cool, laid back scene. It was New Year's Eve. We were there to have some champagne, to toast a really honorable woman.
Right.
And our furniture is really fun for that. It kind of kept it a cool VIP sort of vibe.
That's exactly, VIP. I love it. Let's go check it out.
Absolutely. This is our lounge furniture, and it's really popular amongst our parties is a big one. Our weddings do it as well if you're kind of wanting to give off that more laid back, more VIP vibe that we kind of talked about earlier. It's just, that's just the best word I can think for it. It's very, it seems very exclusive. That makes it feel like you're kind of getting a special treatment for little to no cost at all.
Right.
It's extraordinarily and surprisingly inexpensive to really just bump up your evening a notch.
See, I think that's huge. I think people will be shocked at how inexpensive something like this is, and it looks so expensive, and it's not. And even to get like one or two of these, as I was saying, and put them in a lounge area at a reception, I can't help but come from the wedding photographer standpoint, okay? I can't help it. It's what I know. But, I mean, what a great photo op here, too. You could do bridal shots here. You could do the bride and the groom here. And it's a neat little place for people to lounge.
Exactly. Exactly. Lounging in comfort, lounging in style.
It creates a great social atmosphere, I think, too. Behind us, we have some of the uplighting that we were talking about earlier. That's what this blue is right here. And that adds a whole other class to it, beyond just the furniture, too. So it's such a great look. And speaking of a great look and class, we were discussing that you all even used some of these at a Kevin Durant event. So that just goes to show how high class you can look.
Absolutely.
For an affordable price, too, right?
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better.
Well, we want to thank you, Alexis, for letting us spend the day here and showing us all of this cool stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. It was fun. It was a great time.
What is really neat, too, is the folks at home, they can actually check out the showroom. They can be in the showroom anytime they want online, right?
Absolutely. If you just go to jameventsokc.com, it's there 24/7. Just shop around, see what you like, and pick it on out. Come in here.
How fun is that? So watching this on a Sunday, they could just get online and check out all of the cool stuff that you guys have.
Absolutely. They ought to do it right now.
Thank you so much. Exactly. And while they're at it, they need to go to SheradeeHurstPhotography.com right after that. Right? No, but really, thank you so much. Such a pleasure to be here. Some really cool options and some great money-saving tips, really, for brides today and some cool ways to decorate. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching Oklahoma Dream Weddings, and we will see you next week.
Thank you for watching Oklahoma Dream Weddings. Be sure and like us on Facebook. It's not too late to go check out the bridal show at the Old Farmers Market in Oklahoma City today from 1 to 5.